All right, grade 8, 7.2, volume of a prism. This is going to get a little bit more complicated than the previous step, where we had a fairly simplistic formula for dealing with volume that applied to all shapes. Now it's going to change up a little bit depending on the shape that we're working with. So, example 1, use a formula to determine the volume of a right rectangular prism. And we're finding the volume here. So, we've got a right rectangular prism, height of 4 centimeters, width of 3, and a length of 2. Now, we had originally said that the volume was the area of the base times height of a prism. So now we're going to actually add in a calculation for the area of the base. Now in this case, if we've got a base here on the bottom of our prism, we know that it's a rectangle, and we know that the area of a rectangle is width times length. So we can substitute in length times width, or width times length, either is fine, instead of the area of the base. Height still stays the same. So our new formula then becomes length times width times height. So that's our new formula for the volume of the rectangular prism. And just like before, we have the formula, we can substitute in the values that we've been given to calculate it out. So length is the first one, which we said was 2 centimeters. And please put your units in. Multiplied by the width, which is 3 centimeters. Multiplied by the height, which is 4 centimeters. So 2 times 3 is 6, times 4 is 24. Centimeters times centimeters times centimeters gives you centimeters cubed. So your volume is 24 centimeters cubed. So there's one example using the new formula. A cube actually is a type of rectangular prism. It just is a special case where all of the dimensions are the same. So because it is a form of a rectangular prism, our formula is going to be the same. It's the area of the base times the height of the prism, which is length times width times height. In this case, length, width, and height are all the same, and we can use S to indicate the side length. So, in this case, we're going with 5 centimeters, so it's 5 centimeters times 5 centimeters times 5 centimeters. 5 times 5 is 25, times 5 again is 125. Centimeters times centimeters times centimeters gives you centimeters cubed. So the volume is 125 centimeters cubed. Now up here in this little bubble is another version of the formula. If you've got S times S times S, that can also be written as S cubed. So if you happen to have a cube that you're working with, the volume can just be S cubed. That's another shortcut in the calculation. So that's how you do the volume of a prism using the full version of the formula. Next up is a show you know, so please go ahead and do that.